Never close your eyes, never stop and listen, never feel alive, and you're nothing missing. You don't need a reason, let the day go on and on. Let the rain fall down everywhere around you, give into it now, let the day surround you. You don't need a reason, let the rain go on and on.
Hello, welcome to Woodgrove Primary School Grow area. This area, which stands for Green Roof of Woodgrove, is meant to remind ourselves the importance of cultivating plant growth in land-scarce areas such as in Singapore.
Never close your eyes, never stop and listen, never feel alive, and you
So, what is hydroponics? Well, hydroponics is a technique of growing plants in nutrients solution rather than in soil. The system we have in our school is called the Dynamic Root Floating Technique, or DRF for short. It is a nutrient circulation hydroponic system developed for use in tropical climates to grow hygienic, good quality vegetables free of pesticides all year round. Having said the advantages of hydroponics, we shall now take a closer look at the different parts and their functions of the greenhouse. Now first, we have the side netting. This side netting is used to keep away pests and other forms of insects. We next have the polythene culture beds. This is where the water flows for the plants. Next, we have the water level control box. The water level control box helps us to control the amount of water that will be placed in the culture bed. And next, we have the culture bed's water drainage system, which is directly below the culture bed. As the water flows, we will go to the water nutrient tank. This is where water is filled as well as the nutrients to be placed. We have the culture panels. Now this is where the main work is done, where we plant our seedlings to grow into the vibrant young plants that they are. Next, we have the aspirators. The aspirators aid in the movement of the water. On our rooftop, we have a PVC dew-resistant roofing film. This film is meant to cover the roof. And finally, we have the shading net. The shading net helps to protect the seedlings from the harsh elements of light. The steps of setting up the hydroponic system begins with the shading net. As the seedlings might not be able to withstand the long hours of harsh sunlight, this process is very important because the survival of the seedlings depends upon the shading net to cut down the percentage of light reaching them in the greenhouse. To ensure that the shading net does not slide off during a storm, plastic clips are used to secure the shading net onto the roof. This process has to be done with care. After the shading net is secured, we shall move on to the cleaning of the system. We'll check that the water level control box is dry and clean. The plastic ring adjusters are to be cleaned and placed in the control box. In this initial stage, the height of the ring adjusters is 8 centimeters in total. Next, we'll remove the culture panels from the culture beds. The panels are cleaned for this demonstration, but as mentioned before, all parts of the system have to be cleaned. The culture bed, as we can see, is clean and dry. This can be done with a clean cloth or sponge. The valve on the culture bed leads to the outlet panel where water is released through it. These are the seedlings that will be transplanted into the culture panel. They come in sponges for transplanting them safely into the culture panels. Now, let us observe the proper way of transplanting the seedlings. First, place the group of seedlings on your palm. Use the round-tip forceps to gently pull one seedling from the group without damaging the delicate roots. Next, we place the seedling halfway down into the hole in the panel. The seedling must neither be placed too deep nor too shallow in the hole because it will affect the growth of the plant. If, however, the seedling is placed wrongly, this is the way to redo the transplant. The process should only involve the forceps and not your fingers. Do not force in the seedling by stuffing it down the hole. Let's take a look at the process again. First, place the group of seedlings on your palm. Use the round tip forceps to gently pull one seedling from the group without damaging the delicate roots. Next, we place the seedling halfway down into the hole in the panel. The seedling must neither be placed too deep nor too shallow in the hole because it will affect the growth of the plant. Once the panel has been completely filled with seedlings, we'll move the culture panels back into the greenhouse. Remember, do not press onto the culture panels because it will break under pressure. After this, we'll lower the side netting to keep the pests and other forms of insects out of the greenhouse. When the side netting is securely fastened around the greenhouse, we'll proceed to turn on the pump to circulate the water and nutrients through the system. Once the water starts to pump, we are left with the daily checking of the water pH level and the EC level of the nutrients within the system for the next 2 weeks. With that, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask your teacher once this video is over. We hope to see you soon at the green roof of Woodgrove. Goodbye.
Never close your eyes, never stop and listen, never feel alive, and you're nothing missing. You don't need a reason, let the day go on and on. Let the rain fall down.